As a chronically ill individual myself, I know that it can be very common for us as chronically ill individuals to need to cancel plans or leave events early as our symptoms dictate, because we cannot be in charge a lot. That sucks, as is, when you are able to reschedule for like next week or something. However, when it's a holiday that only comes once a year, you can't really reschedule said holiday. So here I am to tell you how to make Halloween easier if your body is trying to sabotage you. Let's get down to beeswax. Fancy meeting you here. My name is Brittany, and this channel documents my life as a mom with multiple chronic illnesses, both mental and physical. I'm so glad that you were able to stop by my video, and I hope that you are able to find something that I say here helpful, informative, or entertaining for either you or somebody that you know. Okay, I know that it is, I don't know, probably Sunday when this goes up. And I usually upload on Fridays, but I missed this week. I am very sorry. On Friday, I was fighting the need to go to the emergency room. So that was not a pleasant day, and I could not get up a video. Also, the whole rest of the week, I started homeschooling, and I mean, I love it. It's great. But oh my goodness, how much busier am I now? Anyway, that's my excuse for this week. I was very busy. I'm still getting used to the whole schedule change, so I apologize. I actually just today had the idea to film this video real quick, so hopefully it can still be useful before Halloween when you need it. Maybe. But I hope you enjoy it, nevertheless. Now let me tell you all about the things that I have to tell you about. Like I had mentioned, I know that we, as the chronically ill, might have difficulty with plans. And I know that Halloween is quite a popular holiday. I know that lots of people like to join the festivities. I don't, in particular. I don't like Halloween. But I know that you might. So let me tell you some tips that I have come up with to help you get through the festivities. Or just make sure that you can still have fun during Halloween when your body says no. It's very possible. Highly probable, in fact. So here I'm going to let you know about 3 different ideas that I have come up with in case you want to also partake in the Halloween times. Yep. My main issues this year in particular have been that my body has been rather weak, in lots of pain. So the particular symptoms I'm dealing with are the need for mobility aids. And I know in general, when I have plans that I want to go out into the public, I know, first of all, if I'm going to use a walker or wheelchair, sometimes you just can't because it's not an accessible area, you know? It's not an accessible building or something. Or if there's going to be lots of crowds, sometimes it's hard to maneuver with your wheels and your just clunkiness, you know? So a lot of times I will just cancel if I am in need of a walker or wheelchair. But Halloween, you can't really reschedule. And my daughter loves the festivities. So I'm making some sacrifices here. Last week, actually, I took my daughter all by myself, I might add. Yes, she's welcome. I took her to an event where it was like some kind of, I don't even know. It was at like a sports center or something, a big open area, lots of crowds. Anyway, my legs felt like garbage, and so I took my walker and I actually used it to my advantage. And she actually likes to ride on the seat. Wait, sorry, let me be clear. It is technically a rollator, not a walker. So it's the kind with the wheels and the seat on it. So she likes to sit on the seat while I'm pushing, so it's kind of like a little child's trolley, kind of like a stroller, sort of, I guess. I don't know. Now, I would like to be clear here. Disclaimer, it does have a sticker on it that says, "Don't do that." It is not, it says something like it's not a transport device, Like, don't do that. Don't sit on it while it's moving. But I do what I want, and no one's come for me. So, whatever. If you want to be safe and stuff and follow the rules, I understand. I do understand. But also, it's your call. You know? Anyway, I do that because it keeps the tantrums away a little bit. But also, in these big crowds at this event, it helped me keep track of her because she would sit there and I was in charge of where we went. So I didn't have to try and follow her running away. And then we didn't accidentally get separated between large crowds of people. It just helped me keep track of her. So that was nice. And then I just kind of wheeled her right up to the little trick-or-treat area and she just held her bag open and we moved along, you know. Plus, it gets loud with the crowds, you know. And I recently have discovered that I need earplugs in those circumstances. I get very overstimulated with those noises. So I have been wearing earplugs when I am out in public. And so it just helped when she's like right here and I can just kind of hear her better instead of trying to like, no, come back. I can't hear you. You got to talk to me. You know, it was just really easy to keep her on my walker, you know, advantage. Please hold. We're going to take a break right here between these two tips for me to ask you to like this video. If you're one of those people who just loves Halloween, I know there's a lot of them. You might be one if you love Halloween, but your body apparently doesn't and wants to stop all fun and joy for the holidays, then like this video. All right, break over. Let's move on. Next, my second point here, not a point, tip, hack. Hack? I don't really know how to define hack, but I'm going to use it in this instance anyway. I'm saying it. My second hack is if you're one of those people that wants to go all out, get the costume, and just go out to all the events and have lots of fun, but you still need a mobility aid, that can totally, like, ruin the vibe, you know? It can be weird for your costume, but also, who cares? I mean, if you wanted to have whatever costume you want, here's the robot voice coming. But also, just do what you need to do. And judgy people, who cares? So you can honestly have whatever costume you want, but still use your cane or your walker or whatever. But it could be fun to incorporate your mobility aid into your costume. For example, if you have a cane that you're using, you can be a character who uses a cane or something. For example, the Riddler from Batman? The green guy with the question marks, I think he's from Batman. He uses a cane of sorts. So, boom, cane built into your costume. Or you can kind of, like, dress it up a little bit and kind of add, I don't know, something to make it into, like, a wizard staff. Or Anubis could be cool. He holds some kind of hook thing. I don't know, a staff? I don't know what to call it. But he holds a thing. So you can still, like, use the cane as intended and then just add, I don't know, something. Cardboard. I don't know. Something. To turn it into whatever piece of equipment your character could use. That could be fun. And then I also thought of some costume ideas if you have a walker. You could just, like, incorporate it as some kind of scenery or vehicle. Dress up your walker as, like, the drum set, and you are the drummer. You could dress up your walker as a spaceship, and you are the alien. On Google, I did see where a few people dressed up their walker as, like, a oven stovetop, and they were a chef. You know, stuff like that. Or, legit, you could just dress up as an old person. Boom. All set. You know? Old person. Excellent costume. Final trick that we actually just did tonight. I, first of all, just don't like trick-or-treating in general. Like the legit door-to-door in a neighborhood, in the streets, with cars, in the dark, with all the strangers around. I don't like it. Anxiety through the roof. No, I don't want it. Plus, my husband's just kind of not into that stuff either. So when my daughter really wanted to go trick-or-treating, on, I don't know, whatever day real Halloween is. She wanted to go trick-or-treating, and I was like, probably not. We're not doing that. And she was very sad, obviously, as a 6-year-old would be. And so we decided that we brought trick-or-treating to her without having to leave the house. So we just got our own little bowls of candy. Also, dollar store. They have some Halloween candy bags. And then my husband and I, just kind of set up in various rooms throughout the house. So we would just close the door and be in like the bedroom or the other bedroom. I don't know, doors. Figure out what doors you have and use them. And then we would just be behind the door inside the room, and she would come and knock and trick or treat. Trick or treat. Oh, hello, young lady. What a beautiful costume. Happy Halloween. Have a good day. Trick or treat.
Oh my goodness. Happy Halloween. What are you supposed to be, little girl? What are you supposed to be?
I'm a unicorn.
You're super cute. Happy Halloween.
Thank you. And she had a blast, and she still got all her candy. And I didn't have to go out in the dark with strangers. So, win all around. Win. Okay, that's it. Thank you for sticking around for the whole of my ramblings. If you found anything that I said helpful, informative, or entertaining, I would love if you let me know by giving me a thumb. Whichever direction you feel appropriate, I will appreciate them all. Thank you very much. And remember, chronic illness is tough, so it's a good thing you're tougher. Toodles. Okay. My hair looks dirty. That's right. I'm chronically ill. I'm allowed to do gross things. Right? We'll go with that. Sounds good. I'm done. My head hurts. I'm gonna lay down.